Hi, Kiki friends. Welcome back. My name is Sky Celine. For anybody that doesn't know, I am a sex and kink educator. I'm an intimacy coach. I'm a student of biology, just a student of life, honestly. I am very curious and I like to call myself your kinky friend. So, the girl you can ask any of those questions to. Today, I wanted to share that Sunny and I are going to be pegging, which is not new. Sunny and I, like, our big pillar is actually sensual pegging. Before I even stepped into the world of femdom, and so Sunny and I are going to be pegging today, but I am very tired. And so I wanted to talk about what that looks like and how amazing our communication is around this. We actually have scheduled out this pegging scene for the past like month. And one, that is because we are content creators and this is something that we want to do a lot of, but also because we both really enjoy pegging for different reasons. And we're both very busy people. So, as unsexy as it might sound to have pegging on your calendar, it's really important for us to schedule intimate time together where even if we're not entering a sexual space, we're in a sensual, close space with no screens, no distractions. We're reading together, we're dancing, we're doing yoga, we're exploring touch together, we are trying new toys, we're exploring new kinks, we're learning new things together, we're just cuddling, we're taking a nap. Regardless of what it is, like, it is really important for us to have scheduled intimate time together. And so today's intimate time is still going to be pegging, even though I am tired and on my first day of my moon cycle. And the reason for that is because I still really want to. And that's not always going to be the case. When Sunny saw me today, he's like, "Girl, you look tired. I see that you're tired. We don't have to do this." And I love that I have a partner that not only like advocates for my energy, but there's no pressure or shame or guilt or coercion around this. Like, yes, it's on the calendar. I said I was going to do it, but there's always flexibility to say no. Like, consent is always revocable, it's always evolving, and we should be constantly checking in with each other. And so I was really glad that he did that today. And I'm going out of town for the next 4 days, so I won't see him. And what I want to do is I want to make him feel good, even if I'm tired. So, the one thing that changes when I'm tired is the type of pegging that we tend to do then. And this is where being a switch is really fun because you get to enter a lot of different dynamics. We have this whole spectrum of sensual play that we get to do. And at the end of the day, that's actually what we call ourselves is sensualists. And so that's what we're going to do today is a really soft, sensual pegging scene. And this is what Sunny and I are kind of known for is both of us just making each other feel really good. There's not necessarily even a power dynamic. There's no degradation. There's no humiliation. Sometimes it can get intense, as like sensual scenes can, but the power dynamic in this can actually shift and it's fluid, and that's a really fun thing to be able to do. I'm tired and I don't have a lot of energy for intense like pegging. Cuddle fucking is really fun. So like spooning is a really good one. Having him ride me is really fun. I'm actually wanting to do a lot more missionary. Missionary is one of the hardest positions I have found in pegging because it goes so deep. So it's one of those positions, it seems like it's the easiest thing to do, but in our experience, we've had to go really slow at that. So I want to try to do some like really sensual, just like eye contact, pegging today and make Sunny feel really good and then probably take a nap afterwards. So that's how it's gonna go. I'm also gonna try to use this guy. I've used this guy a couple of times. It's not my favorite. Internal strapless strap on. It also vibrates. This is actually just quite big. So what it does is it kind of like hooks into it's like your G-spot, and then this is against your like clit. And in theory, that sounds like it feels great, but it actually is quite distracting at times. This can apply a lot of pressure that doesn't feel super great, especially if like my yoni is not warmed up, so I always ask my pussy if this is something she wants before I stick it in. And I don't actually usually turn this on either. I get so much pleasure from the act of giving my partner pleasure that I don't need to have like an orgasm or a climax to like get off on the experience. And if that is something that I want, then I tell my partner that. I say, "Hey, Sunny, like I want mine and then I'll give you yours." That's how we work. At least communication goes both ways all the time. So I'm going to try to use this guy today because I don't really want to wear any lingerie. This is as dressed up as I'm going to get. So I'm going to take everything off, put this guy in and just communicate the whole time around energy, around what feels good, what doesn't feel good, and just make it a really nice, soft, sensual experience. And I know that this is a thing that a lot of guys actually want, is like pegging without the power dynamic. And I just want you to know that that is possible. It takes a lot of foundation in the world of communicating with each other, removing shame, being curious. Live in a world that does not really celebrate men exploring their sexuality, and let alone their just sexual pleasures. And those two things are completely separate. So I just say take it slow. Everything is possible. And you also don't need a partner to peg. You can play with yourself. And there's so much joy and pleasure and power and self pleasure. So my energy's feeling low, but it's feeling high enough to definitely give back to Sunny. I'm gonna make him a fun little melted pot of goo and then maybe share it with you somewhere else, or maybe keep it to ourselves. I don't know yet, but I hope you have a really good day.